This level is one of the hardest levels in the run. If not the hardest level in the run. Specifically because of the trick that I'm going to be doing at the end of the stage. But this level's also really, really cool to watch up until then. Or so I've been told. There's a lot of cool, ignoring the fact that the game is currently trying to fade out and doing something anyway. That we're going to be doing in this level. And you'll see what I mean once we get past the thief. Now, normally the thought here is do something while the thief quest is going so that you're not wasting time. And we are going to do something while the thief quest is going, because in case you haven't noticed, I haven't actually gotten all of the keys I need. We are down one key, unfortunately. But fortunately for us, there is one extra key in this level, and because there's not really anything else I'm doing during the thief quest, it provides the perfect opportunity to get a key without losing any time and without having to pick up any extra coins. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the other side and I'm just going to wait for the thief quest to end. I usually just wait right here. Now up here is going to be, where the level kind of becomes pretty cool. We're going to be playing a game called Where's My Clipboard for a while, and also,
This is the warehouse. Time to see what's inside.
You'll notice that when we interact with doors, they fade out and into the next area. We're going to be abusing that because we can do things while they're fading out, such as, go into other areas and interact with other objects. And now, so that we don't have to do much walking. This warehouse can be really annoying. I say can because for me it's not. Shoutouts to Quantum TM for teaching me how to do this warehouse consistently forever ago, back when it was still part of the any% route. Because I was telling him how hard this warehouse was. He was like, no, it's easy, you just do this. The poison part, I mean. Now, unfortunately, there's not much that we can do during this.
How long does the master think?
Because you get warped back to Bard after a couple seconds. Now, because the cider house was still loaded, technically, because we never exited it to unload it, because the cider house was still loaded, we didn't have to go through the load screen to reload it. And take into account, we actually just did that again by not unloading the cider house by not exiting it. So technically, the cider house is loaded. We're not going to do the same thing, though, here. We're actually going to do something completely different where we're going to get the first bottle during the door fade out, so we don't have to get it later. And now we're going to get all of the rest of the bottles from the houses that they're in. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to interact with the doors, ignore the door fade outs, and go get the bottles.
Thank you, kind sir.
And as you can see during the door fade outs where I'm not trying to get a chest or whatever, I'm also just kind of goofing around by triggering text, talking to people nearby, stuff like that. There was one actually earlier where I just straight up jumped into the water. Up and coming is not only the hardest part of the stage, but one of the hardest parts of the game. Okay, yellow, blue, red, black, purple. That's not it. And this is not it either. Although this is a pretty finicky trick. Basically what I did there was I climbed down the rope just enough to trigger the quest that I needed to trigger. And now I'm going to be doing the hardest skip in the game. Which involves long jumping and jumping down to a save pedestal and saving in, like, the one frame that you can save. If we got it, then we're good. It looks really easy from there, but that's actually that's actually like the single hardest thing in the entire run. And normally there are a bunch of goblins and thieves down here, but they're not. But they are now. Like, if we fall down there right now, they'll kill us. But that's fine, because we can just skip all of that.
Get into that warehouse, men. You wait here, Bilbo. The town guard.
This is my favorite cutscene in the game, specifically because when you get the shot of the arrow in his hand, the arrow is clipping through his hand.
Would be so useful. Good work, Baggins.
I found the black arrow.
The line of Gideon has passed this arrow.
This right here, you can see it clipping through his left thumb.
I am in your debt. Come visit me outside the Great Hall when you're ready to leave this place.
Alright, that was really spectacular.